And welcome back to the Integrated Media Center here on the campus of Geneva College. I'm Chris Matthews, the Sports Information Director, and today we are joined by the male Geneva Student Athlete of the Week, Quinn McCracken from the newly formed men's volleyball program. You were named AMCC Player of the Week last week or on Monday after winning 2 matches over the weekend. So congrats on I think you're 7-2 now. Good start to the year. Good start for you personally as well. So thanks for stopping by. Remind us how you ended up picking Geneva College, because you have 6 older siblings. 5 of them went to Geneva. Yeah. Was it kind of automatic you went to Geneva, or what kind of went through your process as you thought about college?
I looked at a couple other places, but Geneva was the easy choice. I grew up around here and I loved it. So
knew you wanted to play athletics here as well, following the footsteps. So obviously Geneva had a very strong club men's volleyball program the last few years. Moving to varsity level this year, what were your expectations? You obviously step up in competition a little bit. You lost 3 seniors from last year that were pretty strong for the club program. So what were your expectations, how you might match up with some of these teams?
Really, never having played before at the varsity level, I really didn't know what to expect. I heard things from my coach and a couple other guys on the team who have seen some volleyball, but I really didn't know what the difference would be, but it definitely has been a lot more competitive. You can just tell teams are more organized and put together.
So what's the difference between club and varsity that you've noticed kind of behind the scenes, not necessarily competition, but in terms of scheduling, games, practices? I assume it's a lot more organized.
Yeah, so clearly, we have a coach, and then there's just, our schedule's packed. We have 20-some games.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more fun that way. And then also just like the team chemistry with having more practices. There's just a lot more that goes into building a team. So it's been good. So
there's 4 stars from BCCS, Beaver County Christian School, you being one of them. And there's actually one, I think, in each class. You have a senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. Yep. What's that dynamic been like? I assume you played with all those guys in high school. I assume that's helped.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been buddies with some of those guys for pretty much all my life. I grew up with them. But yeah, it's been a good time. It definitely helps having played volleyball with them.
Sure.
Since middle school, at least with Dan and Peter.
Yeah.
So you kind of know each other's roles and what their skills are. So. Yeah.
Last night, you had a match at Mount Union, goes 5 sets. That seems to be kind of a trend for you guys, although you keep winning them.
Yeah.
How did you go? You had to fight out 3 or 4 match points in the final set, so what were your impressions of the match?
Well, it was not a pretty game. It wasn't what we were expecting, but I do give credit to Mount Union. They played a really good game. We still just are fighting inconsistency, so we need to learn to be more consistent throughout the match, but I'm just glad we found a way to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Connors should have any hair left by the end of the year.
I know, yeah.
Switching gears just a little bit, how's classes going? You're 3 weeks into the semester, 4 weeks, balancing that well with volleyball.
It's going pretty well.
Smooth, no issues?
Yeah, just started tests, so we'll see how it goes.
And you're taking a semester, are you taking a semester off?
I am, next fall.
Next fall, okay, nice. All right, Final Four time, 4 quickies, first thing. Now, you started here in the soccer program.
I did.
You're focusing now on volleyball. Do you miss soccer? I assume you played since you were probably 4 or 5, knowing your family.
No, I do miss soccer. I really enjoyed that time. I really like the team and the coach. But I think I'm better suited for volleyball.
Volleyball's working out pretty well for you, I'd say. Would you rather have an 8 a.m. or a night class if you had to choose one?
Probably go night class.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, you live at home, so I assume Mom cooks a lot of meals. But if Mom's not around, do you cook, or you just sort of...
We actually do. The people who live there, including myself, we do take turns making some meals, but she does most of the work.
All right. So. Nice. And then lastly, I asked Gib this question last year. Mm-hmm. The McCracken family is very athletic, but I've heard ping pong is pretty fierce. So who's the best ping pong player in the McCracken household?
Best at ping pong?
Yeah.
I'll give it to my dad. I'll give it to my dad.
I think that's what your brother said too. So I don't know if you guys are just being safe or if
I still live in his house.
That's right. Well, I've heard that your dad is a pretty fierce ping pong player.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, congrats to a good start to the year. It's been
Thank
fun
you.
watching you guys, and trust you guys to get better and better as the year goes along. So,
Do our best.
all right. Well, that will do it for this edition of the Student Athlete of the Week. I'm Chris Matthews, joined today by Quinn McCracken. Until next time, storm on.